Hey, what is good, agents? The Gundam card game is finally here. The starter decks have released as of July 11th, and we managed to get one of each. So we're going to crack these open on stream. We're not going to go through and read each individual card, but we will call out some of the standouts. Super excited for this game. I have not been this excited for a new card game in a while. I think Union Arena came close, but after getting a chance to play this, getting into the beta, having the opportunity to play during the beta window, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, and I think it's going to consume way more of my life and time than it should. We also managed to get one of these official card carrying cases. It's going to come with two EX resource. I'm sorry, one EX resource alt art, and then we'll get an EX base. So I haven't even seen what this looks like yet, but we'll open this last, and we'll start off here with the first box. This is Heroic Beginnings. This is a blue and white deck. There's something I was gonna say and it totally left me. Oh yes, there is an opportunity to get what they would call a god deck, where every single thing in the deck is foil. Don't know what the rates for that are. I assume it's abysmally low, which makes sense. But we'll see if we have any luck for that today. All right, so with this should be our rule book or rule mat, I guess you could say. They'll tell you, they give you the breakdown of the game, and then also it's actually like a play mat, so that's really helpful. And on the back, there should be like the standard rules of the game. If you guys are interested in getting into the Gundam card game, the tutorial app is phenomenal. It's really, really good. You can actually test different deck ideas. You can mix and match colors from these decks and kind of play in a controlled free battle setting against a computer. Really cool. It feels like it is a test for if they were to release like a client, which, you know, I feel like Bandai flirts with this idea with all their games all the time. Anyway, let's kind of get a little further into the actual opening here, because I could ramble all day. So we have the LR of the deck, which is Amuro's Gundam, so the original classic Gundam here. The foiling and the texture is phenomenal. I mean, Gundam Bandai always knows how to make cards look really freaking good. The card stock is nice, of course, as well. So this guy's got repair too, which basically it heals itself too at the end of every turn, which is cool. And then when this guy is paired, not even linked, but when he's paired, which is cool, all of your units are going to get +1 AP, which is your attack points. So yeah, we get two of these guys. Then we get the Aerial Gundam Aerial. Another really sick artwork. The foiling just looks so good. And then with this one, when paired, they're gonna neg somebody 3 attack. So that could be really cool to basically use this to just eliminate your opponent's cards without having to lose your own. All right, so we get 2 of these. So these are like the boss monsters of the deck. All right, doesn't look like we got a god deck, but that's totally cool. So we got Gundam MA form. There's 4 of these guys. We've got a classic gun cannon, 4 of these guys. We got the gun tank. Looks like there's 3 gun tanks. Then we got the GMs. There's 3 of these. Aerial bit form, or Gundam aerial bit on form. We got 4 of these guys. So when you're Demi Trainer, when you're building decks in Gundam, you get 2 colors to choose from. And you can, there's no like limit on how many of each color you can have. I think the maximum of your deck is going to be 50 cards. Just like Digimon, you can't really go over that. It's 50, a hard 50. But if you wanted to only like splash a little bit of your other color, whether that be, let's say your main color is green as an example, and you want to splash red in it, you could technically do that. So there's your pilots. We got Amuro, Amuro Ray, and then Suletta Mercury, Hayato, Kai. Unforeseen incident. This card seems like it will be so good. You can choose an enemy unit and -3, so this way you can your opponent may be trying to trade with you, and you can be like, psych, no you're not. This card quite literally is the reason why I'm thinking about doing green and white, but we will see. Trying not to make rash decisions based on just random things like that. Green and blue seems cool because white base might be really good, because this base is disgusting. So what it does is, once per turn, you can pay 2 to play a Gundam token, and it'll just be a 3/3 body that you just spit out, which is crazy. So you can only do this if you don't have any units in play, but the fact this base can spit out bodies seems really busted and really cool. We've got School of Technology, Earth House, and then we've got our 10 resources. Then you've got the EX base. We've got our EX resources, or 1 EX resource, and then we have our Gundam tokens, our gun cannon tokens, and our gun tank tokens, and then you have our damage counters. Oh, that's cool. It also comes with the plus AP and minus AP as well. I'm not sure what this token would be used for. Maybe it's like to denote blocker or denote any type of manipulation on your effects. So yeah, that is the first deck. I think I definitely am going to be building something that focuses on the Wing Gundam set, or Gundam Wing set. So it's going to focus on started at 2 will be kind of like my main thing that we're going to build off of. But we'll see what that even looks like as far as the build. I have no idea. I've kind of like got ideas in my head, but I haven't really sat down to make a decision. All right, let's open up our bonus pack, see what we got. We got Zort. That looks pretty freaking cool, though. It's like a full art. Again, Bandai knows what they're doing with this artwork. Always looks freaking stellar. Cool, we'll take that. All right, on to Wings of Advance. All right, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to zoom in a little bit here, make it a little easier to see everything. Okay, let's crack this one. This is the one that, like, if I were to pull like a god deck, it would be insane. Or I'm hoping to get the alt art of Wing Gundam. Regardless, we're building something that's going to be focused on Gundam Wing characters, because it is the most nostalgic series for me, and it's kind of what got me into it is what got me into Gundam as a kid. All right, so just like before, we have our deck mat, or play mat, paper one, as well as yeah. So we got the paper play mat, and then we've also got the rule book. All right, let's go ahead and crack this. Looks like so many cards, but it's because all the tokens and stuff you get, which is really, really nice. Okay, so we've got Wing Gundam, 2 of these guys, and then we've got Tall Geese. Now this card seems really, really good late game, especially since you get 2 attacks out of it. So this guy gets to switch to active. If there's a way to give him breach, that would be really nice too, because you could use him to start trying to kill bodies and take out shields. Breach is pretty gross. Basically, when you swing into something, you don't even have to win the conflict. There will be, like, the Wing Gundam is breach 5. It'll do 5 damage to your enemy's base, or basically ping a shield, which is just so nice. So we've got 2 Tall Geese. We've got Wing Gundam Bird Mode, which is going to enable your ramping, or at least it'll create EX resources so you can increase your level faster than your opponent, which is really important for green. We've got Gundam Heavy Arms. I do love that the Gundam artwork is all like original Sandrock, like artwork that they've drawn, rather than using like screenshots from various series. Maganak. So we've got 3 of those. We got the Leo. I love the Oz mobile suit designs. They look so cool. Albeit a little basic, they do look cool. So this is your basic level 2-2. You got the Ares 2-1 blockers. We've got the Tragos, another 1-1 blocker. And we got 3 of these guys. Then we've got the Goat, Hiroyui. He is a 4-1 pilot. You definitely really want to stick him on this Wing Gundam. It will make Wing Gundam just a massive 7-7 body, which is gross, and I love it. So we got 4 heroes. Then we've got Zex Marquise, aka Millardo Peacecraft. You'd want to use him for your Tall Geese. He's a 2-1, and then when you destroy a unit, you get, when you take out a unit with battle damage, with this guy, you get to draw a card. Hand power is so important in this game. I completely underestimated how critical. We got Troll Bartons, 3 of those. We got Katra. I completely underestimated how important it is to have hand advantage in this game. You don't want to just dump all of your hand and then lose all of your bodies, because then you're just top decking forever, and that's not good. Siege Boy, St. Gabriel Institute. This base is okay. It's okay. You basically get to scry the look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you decide what goes on top and then what goes on bottom. It's unfortunate because you don't get to add anything to hand, if I recall. Yeah, you just look at the top 2 cards, return one to the bottom, one to the top. So ideally, you could do that to make sure that when you get into a top deck scenario, you're not just finding trash. That's not gonna help you. Corsica base, this one's pretty nice. This one spits out tall geeses. I think this is much better than St. Gabriel Institute personally, but who knows? Maybe in actual gameplay, it won't feel as bad. But this guy, if it's your turn, when this base is deployed, you can play a tall geese token. This will be a 4/2 body, and then if it's your turn, and a card with Corsica base and its name is in the trash, you can deploy a Leo instead. So if you've already lost a base, you can spit out a token, a Leo token. All right, so we've got our resources, EX resource. Then we've got our Leo tokens, the 1/1 tokens, and then we've got our Tall Geese tokens. I really appreciate the fact that they provide the tokens that actually have like the stat line and the images of the actual cards. You know, you'll be spitting out in the deck. It's pretty nice. All right, let's see what we've got in this pack. Come on, Wing Gundam. No, but it is a Leo, and that does look pretty cool. The full arts do look nice, so I won't complain. I will take that. All right, next up we've got Xeon Rush. This deck is pretty nuts. With it literally does what the name implies. It's a rush down deck. I've seen some folks trying to build this in tandem with the Wing Gundam stuff. So basically using trying to rush down your opponent and then using Wing Gundam to be able to play out some big bodies. Don't know how well that will work, but it looks cool. All right, so we've got another mat. All right. What's up? Okay, we've got the Sinaju. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Looks really, really good. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure the camera decides to actually focus on the image here. So he's got during pair, he's got high maneuver, which can't be blocked. 5/4 that can't be blocked is disgusting. And then during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy shield area with battle damage, you can choose one of your opponent's cards and pop 2 damage to it. So this is just gross, right? Because you could just focus on your opponent's shields and still end up dealing quite a bit of damage to their actual bodies. We've got Char Zaku 2. All right, so when this guy is destroyed, so basically a deletion effect, you look at top 3, reveal 1 Xeon or Neo Xeon unit among them, add it to your hand, return the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck. It's cool. So he searches. We love searching. Sarasaku, Angelos, Garazulu. Truthfully, this deck is not one I am super familiar with. I've been paying way more attention to what I want to do with the Wing Gundam stuff. But it's looking pretty cool. Gaza D. This really makes me want them to bring back the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series that they had running game-wise, of course, back on the PS3. Those games were so much fun, and they kind of like faded away. I think we got 2 of them. There might have been a 3rd one, but I think they like changed the title. It was like a rebrand or whatever, a reboot. And now you can't even play those games anymore because they're not available in the PlayStation Store, if I recall. Nation. Yeah, look at that art, man. It just looks so nice. Close. This card again is another reason why I thought about maybe doing green and red, because being able to just do 2 damage in the action step is so freaking nice. Because for my Dragon Ball players, it's basically your counter window, more or less. So being able to just be like, oh, you're attacking me with this thing and you think you're gonna trade? No, I'm just gonna pop whatever it is because it's weak, too weak or whatever. Just being able to pop 2 damage is really nice. So we got 3 of these guys. Rambo Row. Yeah, some of these characters I think about because of Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Okay, then we got our resources. And then the tokens, we've got Shara Aznable, Zaku 2. We've got 3 of those, and we've got Zaku 2. Nice. But yeah, guys, we'll end up streaming games from this as well. Dan and a few other folks from our Discord are also getting into it, so you'll be seeing some familiar faces as we play through it. Ooh, what do we get? Okay, full frontal. Okay, looks cool. Oh, that boiling in the back. That's crazy. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's see what we got next. So this is Gundam Seed. Not far from my favorite series. Yeah. I hate to say it, but Gundam the Seed era is when I stopped paying attention when it was on Toonami. Just kid me, was not a fan of Gundam Seed at all. So yeah. I also just got this because I wanted to make sure I had, all the cards to kind of build with, but Seed is not it for me. I'm sure that there are some pretty strong Seed fans out there, but goodness gracious. Ugh. Alright, so we've got Hail Strike Gundam. This guy also seems pretty good if I recall. So he has a blocker, and then when he's paired with a level 4 or higher pilot, you choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP and return to the hand. So yeah, you can just spin bodies back to your opponent's hand. Aegis Gundam is another one that's pretty good if I recall. Yeah, so on attack, if this unit has 5 or more AP, so basically just pair it, choose one unit that's 5 or higher, and just deal 3 damage to it. So that's a good way, again, to just get rid of one blockers, but just get rid of other bodies that might just be a pain in your ass. Strike Gundam, so no God packs today. Draw 1, discard 1. Drawing is so nice in this game. Moki 0. Yeah. So I know, y'all, we really got to think through what colors we're going to be, what combination we're going to be building. Because there's just so many options. Here's our blocker, strike dagger. Yeah, y'all, this guy got to tweak the camera setup a little bit. Damn. Aegis Gundam MA mode. I think that's you got Breach 3. We love Breach. Yin or Jin. Yin? Yin? So we've got Miguel's Gin. Gene. I'm not going to try and keep pronouncing that. So during Imperial 1 destroyed, if you have another link unit in play, draw 1. We love that. Add this card to your hand. So yeah, Kira Yamato. He gives your whatever he's linked to, which would be nice. Choose one enemy unit and give it -2 this battle. We love that. I think the more I play the game, the more I really see the value in being able to weaken your opponent's bodies. Just because this is a trade sort of game like Star Wars or Lorcana when you swing into things, the way that battles happen, which is pretty cool. So this guy's in a Hawk of Endymion, pretty cool. This was pretty nice during the beta period, being able to put stuff back in your opponent's hand just to get rid of bodies to hopefully close out the games. This feels like there's so many more pilots in it, but I'm sure that I'm making that up. Archangel, so that's your base here. You pay 2, choose one friendly unit with blockers, set it to active, so you can actually swing into shields and stuff with blockers while this guy is out. Yeah, and then we've got our resources. And the tokens, which are the L Strike Gundam, 3/3. Blocker token. We've got Launcher Strike Gundam, which is another blocker token. A lot of blockers in this deck. Sword Strike Gundam, 4/2. And then our little damage counter. Cool. All right, let's see what we got out of our bonus pack. See if it's something cool. Oh shit! Afraid one I'm gonna rip the cards to. Got Atherin. All right, cool. So we've got another pilot. All right. The final thing we're gonna crack open here is just the card case. Don't expect anything crazy out of this. It's really just looking at what this EX resource, those resources look like in the EX base. I have no clue. Material's pretty nice, pretty standard Bandai material. Nothing crazy. Oh, cool. Okay, I think I did see this. They might have posted it on Facebook. Let's just open it before I. So this is an EX base. That the foiling on this is crazy. And then an EX resource. Cool. All right, guys. That'll do it for today. Expect more Gundam content. We'll be picking up the I almost said starter deck. We already got the starter deck. We'll be picking up the booster box when that drops, so we'll be cracking that open. I don't know how many booster boxes I'm going to be able to get my hands on. I would love to get a case, but I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. But anyway, guys, really appreciate you hanging out today. I will see you in the next video. Let me know your thoughts on the Gundam card game, what decks you're looking to build, and all that fun stuff. Love to discuss that with you guys in the comments during streams and in Discord. Anyway, have a good rest of the day, night, evening, or whenever you're finding this video. Peace.